They're missing a quality player. Injuries a big part of the game. They've just got to make the adjustments.
Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. We've got Doncic. Porzingis is out there with Cauley Stein. Then there's Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. And for the Clippers, Ivica Zubac is out there with Patrick Patterson. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Batum in at the 3 spot. Here's Finney-Smith, a guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney-Smith is tough, and, Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year, more efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls, and I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney-Smith is a guy who you can win with.
Right side, George. And it's Zubac atop the key. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. 6 to shoot. And there's Paul George on the assist by Patterson.
We are talking about a proficient, efficient scorer in Paul George. Go to work, sir.
Doncic passes to Richardson. Now Cauley Stein. Patterson with it. Now defended by Cauley Stein. Right side, George. Dishes to Patterson. And Beverley kicks to Patterson. Over Porzingis. And too long on the shot. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Poked away. Batum with the steal. Beverley dishes to George. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, make no mistake, Paul George is a physical guy. He will not shy away from contact on these moves.
The Clippers shooting their first free throws of the game.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line. About 79% of their free throws.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
Lets it go from 14. Doncic with the bucket.
We know this. Doncic is an aggressive, thirsty scorer. If you allow airspace, even in the mid-range, he's going to make you pay.
Now, here's Zubac. Back to Beverley. He kicks it to George. He dishes it to Beverley. Tries from 10. And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley Stein, a presence defensively.
And here is Doncic. And they double up Doncic. Porzingis passes to Cauley Stein. Count the basket.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here's George. After the basket by Willie Cauley Stein. And George, here we go. And it's George finishing it off.
That's phenomenal athleticism on the drive. Paul George just sprints past everyone with ease.
Batum with the steal. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. Great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question. And believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, but I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that right now.
No, we don't do that.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. The basket is good. That's his 6th attempt and his 3rd make.
I'll tell you, this lead's not going anywhere with this guy making plays. What a quarter.
And again, Dallas turns it over.
That almost looked like bad communication. You hate to see that kind of mistake.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Outside Leonard. 1:10 left to play in the first quarter. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Hardaway for three. 0-2 with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Well, we know Kawhi will always attract lots of defensive attention, which puts him in a position to find his teammates. Pretty pass.
Pass to Brunson. Cleveland controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
The Clippers in the lead. Jackson kicks to Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Boy, what is more fear-invoking than Kawhi off the bounce near the cup? Look out.
High post shot. And no good.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Brunson with it. Over Jackson. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so the first quarter is in the books.
He thought the money make you happy, it don't make you happy.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Well, look at the turnover ratio, then look at the score. Easy to see what happened in that first period.
Offensively, they took care of the ball, and defensively, they forced a number of miscues.
On the floor right now for the Mavericks, they've got Marjanovic, Jalen Brunson out there with Trey Burke. Then there's Dwight Powell, and it's Hardaway in at the small forward. Brunson the pass to Powell. Trying to get open is Marjanovic. Powell, that's good.
How about the skills of Dwight Powell down low? Hard for the defense to match up with his length.
And a five-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
Here's Cousins. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
Leonard against Powell. Now here's Leonard. D right on him. And GA, even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward.
Rondo kicks to Cousins. Pass to Kennard. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Boy, that is absolutely gorgeous by DeMarcus Cousins. Run the offense through your big man, and he will find the open man.
Brunson the pass to Powell. Trying to find Marjanovic. Gets it over to him. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Here's Rondo, following the score by Dallas. 5 on the clock. And Cousins gets it to go. Cousins has got the lead up to 6 now for the Clippers.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Marjanovic passes to Powell. Back to Marjanovic. Rebound by DeMarcus Cousins. The Clippers have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. The dish to Batum, and he uses the glass on the layup. And it's an 8-point Clipper lead.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Burke the pass to Powell. Now Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Well, they love to see Powell keep his eyes up and look for his teammates. The more assists they get out of him, the more dangerous their offense will be.
Now here's Rondo. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Brunson against Batum. Here's Rondo. Banked in off the glass.
If he's one thing, he's efficient in the paint. Rondo really good with the positioning there close to the basket.
Burke, the pass to Marjanovic. And now it's Rondo running all the way. Here he goes. Bucket is good. Rondo's got 4 points in the quarter.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Brunson kicks to Burke. And there's the pass to Pop. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Nicholas Batum.
Boy, Powell is proving to be a handful inside. Does a good job utilizing his long arms to get the call.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. George is checked in for Luke Kennard. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Rajon Rondo. And it's George finishing it off.
Yeah, Patrick Beverley making it easy for his teammate to score.
Richardson against Beverley. Out to Porzingis. Cauley-Stein trying to free himself up. Tries again. Sweet move. And it's Porzingis getting it to go.
Amazing when you're 7'3" with great instincts. You create an opportunity to get the putback. Nice work, Kristaps Porzingis.
Now, here's George. He's got 12. Passes it to Morris. That ball, nice speed that time from George.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Here's Porzingis following the basket by Marcus Morris. From 13, misses his second shot in 4 attempts from the field. Here's Mann. Here's Morris, and Morris throws it down.
Well, it's 6'9" with good athleticism. Dunking, not a problem for Mr. Morris. Give him some space, and he makes you pay.
And his presence as a scorer.
And so we conclude the first half. Los Angeles on top. They're up.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Goodness. An outstanding first quarter for Paul George. He had 12 points and
happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
And let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Batum is out there with Patrick Patterson. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's George in at the shooting guard position. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. No problems knocking that one down. Patterson's got the lead up to 12 now for the Clippers. Now in the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Wow. I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. I'm going to agree with you.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Porzingis has got 8.
Well, Porzingis will make you pay if you collapse off of him.
Beverley finds George. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Porzingis with the steal. Here's Finney-Smith, defended by Batum. Finney-Smith passes to Cauley-Stein. Doncic outside, over Beverley, Cauley-Stein. Good, and the assist goes to Doncic.
What a pass by Luka Doncic. He's got tremendous size, and obviously they want the ball in his hands.
And Doncic was part of a draft day trade that so far seems to have worked out pretty well for both teams.
That's exactly right. Doncic, Greg, was selected by Atlanta with the 3rd pick. He was then quickly shipped to Dallas for the 5th overall pick, which turned into Trae Young, plus a future pick. Neither of these young men wasted any time putting their stamp on the NBA. I do think their futures will always be discussed in connection with the other.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Batum. Luke Kennard comes in for George. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverley. Now here's Jackson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Kennard kicks to Jackson. And he gets the bucket. And the Clippers lead by 10.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Redick passes to Kleba. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Kleba's got 4 this quarter.
A fundamentally sound player. Gotta like how well Redick works the rock around the floor.
Zubac kicks to Jackson. 1:49 left here in the 3rd quarter. And it goes down 2 points. Kennard's got his 2nd bucket.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Well, that's about recognizing a transition opportunity when it presents itself. Nice job by Kawhi Leonard.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Porzingis has got 10.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
1:03 left in the 3rd quarter. And they call an illegal screen here.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Cousins comes in for Ivica Zubac. And Marcus Morris subbed in for Patterson.
Tell you, even with some physical contact, Powell gets it done. Love his persistence.
Jackson looking it over. Leonard inside. By Hardaway. And Leonard gets it to go.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Hardaway against Leonard. Hardaway kicks to Brunson. To the inside. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Patrick Beverley, he's checked in for Kennard. Los Angeles leading by 10. Outside Leonard. Lets the 3 fly. It's rebounded by Dallas. It's tipped. Got it up. And that one released in time, but no good.
I tell you, you've got to love the energy and effort by Powell right.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers going into the break with a 10-point lead. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. Back to the action after this word. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
4th quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Jalen Brunson out there with Richardson. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Porzingis in at the center position.
Cauley-Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
Rondo dishes to Beverly. A floater. No good. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Porzingis inside. He's covered by Rondo. Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Porzingis. Outside Leonard, and stolen by Cauley Stein. Hangs in the air, and the layup is good. Cauley Stein's got 4 points this quarter.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
And the Clippers call time here.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
Well, night in and night out, sometimes it's a battle of runs. Who has the most?
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dallas. Luka Doncic comes in for Jalen Brunson. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. His point to them was that they put themselves in a position to succeed and that this is their game to lose. So he needs to see full concentration out of every guy on the court to finish this one off. Kevin?
Now, here is George. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. 5 to shoot. Goes up again. Porzingis with the block.
This guy showing great potential as a rim protector. Porzingis a threat to block shots anywhere, anytime.
And they have gotten themselves back into this game just in the nick of time. If that one had come any later, it would have been Katie bar the door.
They're showing so much passion and determination here at the end. They're close to the lead, but still have plenty of work left to do.
And you can feel the excitement in the building. Both of these teams pouring it on.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or two.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. And they double up Doncic. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And the Clippers have possession. Jackson passes to Leonard. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Nice spin off the left rim and in. And now a 9-point Los Angeles lead. Doncic with it. George picks him up. On deep. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Doncic. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They've led by as many as 14 points. Leonard dishes to Jackson. Got a piece of it. Zubac kicks to Jackson. No good from outside.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
The first free throw is good.
And what I like about Cauley Stein is just how hard he plays. Really, both ends, a scrappy player.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Cousins. Batum comes in for Leonard. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Jackson. The Mavericks also with a sub. Finney Smith's checked in. George finds Patterson. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Finney Smith. Now the Mavericks moving it up. And here's Doncic from the arc. Porzingis passes to Cauley Stein. Back to Porzingis. Shoots over Patterson. Here's Cauley Stein. It's hauled in by Zubac. Clippers leading by 7. Outside, George. And again, no good by the Clippers. For Dallas, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. He hits the first one, and that trims the lead to 6. A different look for the Clippers. Cousins comes in for Patrick Patterson. And it's Leonard in for Nicholas Batum.
And great work at the line there to chip away at the lead. A few more productive trips here, and things could really get interesting.
Now here's Rondo. Back to George. Kicks it to Leonard. Goes up from the top of the key, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Well, incredible improvement in Kawhi Leonard's jumper since he came into the league. Give credit to the time spent in San Antonio.
Doncic dishes to Cauley Stein. The shot will not fall. And the Clippers will come the other way. From deep, George. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Well, it's been a hard-fought battle through much of the night. They just missed out on a couple of opportunities they'd love to do over.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. But they'll get another chance. It's up a three. The shot comes out. Cauley Stein passes to Porzingis. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip one.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? So the Clippers with the win. They did. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's good. Patterson. Then it's Patrick Beverly. Then it's Paul George. And it's Zubats in at the 5. And for Denver, they've got Nikola Jokic. Harrison out there with Michael Porter. Then it's Aaron Gordon. And it's McGee in at the power forward position. Now, here's Zubats. And here's Batum. And it's blocked by Gordon.
No, I wouldn't test Gordon. With that vertical and length, please try someone else.
Porter passes to Jokic. The putback, great positioning on the putback.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. George looking over the floor. Now McGee.
Well, how can you not love the continued resurgence of JaVale McGee? There were some years where he was trying to figure it out. Now he's a big factor for this team at center.
You know, Smitty, the change for McGee is pretty simple. He got some direction on how to play. Now he does everything he can to play within himself.
Kevin, that has been a huge difference maker for JaVale McGee. And you know, when he's focused, he can make an impact. Plays in short bursts, but very effective. When your bigs can make free throws, it's a huge advantage. Love his approach to getting to the line.
Porter with a block.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet.
Outside, Porter. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
So difficult to stay planted, especially with all the motion around you. Annoying turnover.
And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
So smart with the ball in his hands. George reads the floor well and takes advantage of what's there.
Here's Harrison, and he banks in the layup. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Beverly, the pass to Zubac. Outside for George. Gets the three-pointer to fall. George has got 7 points in the game.
He's hot this quarter, getting the shots he wants, and he's delivering.
Harrison passes to Gordon. Stolen by Beverly. George dishes to Patterson. Offensive rebound.
Challenging the defense at the rim, something he does very well. Excellent tip in.
And it's Harrison with the ball for the Nuggets. They trail by 3. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like that.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But 2 other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. 2 guys, when you look at those 2, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become, and it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
Oh, here he comes!
That was amazing, and look at the elevation. Insane move by Paul George, a high flyer who can create in midair.
Porter finds Jokic. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And not easy defending Jokic. His height puts the defense in a tight spot, and they just slipped up there.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Cousins against Jokic. And Cousins kicks to Kennard. Up top, Leonard, defended by Gordon, and he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Strength, body control, and focus. Kawhi showing it all right there.
JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Denver.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best 2-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
Green against Leonard. And that one, good. Leonard's got 5.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Campazzo, he's covered by Rondo. Now the pass to Gordon. Over Kennard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And there's no question that Gordon is a talented player, and it's clear he wants to be a star in this league.
No luck that time either. And here's the fast break. Here's Cousins, laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
With 1 on the clock. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Clippers lead by 6.
This is
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. Guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So out there for the Nuggets right now, we've got Paul Millsap. Austin Rivers is out there with Monte Morris. Then there's Bull, and it's Green in at the 3. The Nuggets trail by 6. Here's Leonard, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one is on Bull.
The nuances that Kawhi has added to his game. That time, the little up fake.
Good on the second free throw. Here's the Nuggets now with the ball. Los Angeles foul call. Morris against Jackson. Right side Millsap. And he makes that one. Millsap's got his first points of the game.
Smart play call. Paul Millsap deadly once he gets the ball inside.
And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Here's Cousins. That one's not going to go. And the Nuggets going the other way. Passes to Rivers. Back to Millsap. Kicks the ball. Over Leonard. Puts the move on. Yep, it goes. And the Clipper lead is cut down to just 3 on the basket from Bull.
Yeah, inside, Bull does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
Pass to man. And here is Cousins. It's tipped.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
Millsap misses.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
You know, this is something you practice over and over again. I'm surprised they couldn't execute.
Morris with the ball. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Pass to man. Now Morris. Over Rivers. Again, Los Angeles.
An efficient score inside. Morris can beat you with a variety of moves.
Morris passes to Rivers. In the corner, Bull with it. Shoots over Cousins. Nice move. And the rejection by Cousins. And here they go. And Morris throws it down.
Kawhi has all the physical gifts, and the one thing I love, he really can pass.
Morris passes to Millsap. There's a minute 47 left now here in the second, and it's good for 2.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Left side, Leonard. He kicks to Cousins. Outside, Leonard. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
The dribble drive, yet another tool in Leonard's extensive arsenal, earns him a trip to the line.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Big group substitution here for the Clippers.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Here's Harrison, defended by Beverly. Harrison kicks to Jokic. Over Patterson. They get a hand on it. George passes to Zubac. Outside, George. Back to Zubac. Shot clock at 6. And George, here we go. That one good for 2. George has got the lead up to 9 now for the Clippers.
At 6'8", Paul George is a threat inside, looking very comfortable from in there.
Harrison kicks to Gordon. We've got 33 seconds left in the first half of the game. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Beverly dishes to Leonard. 23 seconds left in the first half. Outside for George. To the middle. Porter looking it over. And he's going up for the alley-oop.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
Here's George. Lays it up off the glass. George has got 13 points.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. An outstanding first quarter for Paul George. He had 13 points. And you think about how Kawhi Leonard is able to dominate from the wing position at both ends of the floor. It has to. And that's a wrap.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
Taking a look at Los Angeles, they've got Morris. Ivica Zubac is out there with Patrick Patterson. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's George in at the shooting guard. Now here's Beverly. Defense right on him. Outside, George. And the call up against Jokic. That'll be his second foul of the game. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
That's a solid blueprint. And Beverly kicks to Patterson. And George, here we go. And he slams it down right on top of Michael Porter.
And with those long strides, it takes Paul George no time to get to the rim.
And it's Harrison with the ball for the Nuggets. 7-point differential.
The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Los Angeles leading by 5. Beverly the pass to Morris. Outside, George. Down low, Porter with the steal. Gordon with it. George picks him up. Up again. It's good on the putback.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the second pick in the 2017 draft. That or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game.
Feeds to Porter. Zubac against Jokic. it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. And it's now only a 1-point Clipper lead.
In case anyone was wondering, this is what it looks like when you're in the zone. He hasn't missed one all quarter.
Zubac finds Morris. Now here's Beverly. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Not one to shy away from contact. It's all part of the toughness that Gordon brings to the table.
Beverly feeling it out a bit. 1:33 left in the third. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him.
You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Denver in the lead. This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
Three-pointer. Offensive rebound. Jokic. Great D that time from Batum.
He goes up strong, but he is met with resistance. I think that surprised him a little bit.
And the Clippers miss again. Here's the Nuggets with the ball. Big stretch here going 10-2. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Both teams will make substitutions. The Clippers have gone only 1 of 6 in the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half started.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
The Nuggets have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Here's Bol. For 3, Gordon. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Gordon. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvement, certainly. Leonard attacking. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
One thing about Kawhi, when he's driving, he eats up real estate fast with those long strides.
Denver's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Morris. Just 5 on the clock. Makes it off the glass. Morris has got the game tied up here for the Nuggets.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Jokic firing on all cylinders for the Denver Nuggets. He notched 8. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, it takes good vision and it takes good decision making right there. He showed both, and he did so at a very high level.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And the Clippers call time here. And during this timeout, I'm sure they'll be hydrating themselves with Gatorade. All the effort out there on the floor, and these timeouts can be such a huge factor in getting a short rest and recharging the battery. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. This is a close game, as you know, but he sounded extremely confident. He told the players, don't let up now, fellas. This is when we make our move. Right now. Kevin?
They've got Morris, Paul Millsap out there at Bol. And it's Green, and it's Rivers in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
And you watch Bol on the defensive end, boy, he's got a lot of potential, especially as he adds strength to that frame.
Green dishes to Rivers. And that'll be 2 free throws. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
The pass to Rivers. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
Clock at 4. Morris with the bucket.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
Clippers trail by 3. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Jackson looking it over. Cousins inside. Millsap covering. Nice move. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Excellent pump fake. Cousins invites contact. Willing to put his body on the line.
Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Los Angeles. Paul George comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Denver shooting an impressive 65%, having their way with this defense. Passes it to Jokic. Back to Harrison. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. George passes to Cousins. Rebound by the Nuggets.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Jokic with the bucket.
And you better hammer Jokic to get him off on his shot. The Serbian is a solid 7-footer and laser focused.
Batum against McGee. Jackson dishes to Batum. Here's George. Batum, nice persistence to tip it back up and in.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Pass to Jokic. That one drops for him.
Yeah, Jokic seems determined to have a big night. So far, he's been successful.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. And it's sent back by Jokic. And the ball travels out of his hands. It was last touched by Jokic. And here's George. He feeds it to Leonard. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. It's deflected. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That's his first foul. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. From past the arc. It's hauled in by Zubac. Clippers trail by 3. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Knowing the situation, Kawhi willing and able to take control. Big bucket.
For Denver, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. George against Porter. Right side, Gordon. Pass to Jokic. Crafty move. He can't get that one to fall. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Nobody near George. And Leonard stays with it. Leonard's got 4 points this quarter.
With hands wider than the dimensions of the basketball, Kawhi able to control it with ease.
Harrison passes to Jokic. Floats it up for Jokic. Very pretty alley-oop layup. And the Nuggets lead by 1.
Calm and collected in the game's biggest moments. You can rely on Jokic when you need a basket.
Leonard looking over the floor. Back to Jackson. Here's the 3. Unable to get that one.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
Kicks it out to Gordon. But he recovers it. Back to Jokic. Goes back up. Shoots over Zubac. It drops.
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Outside for Jackson. In the corner. George with it. A 3 ball. And it's Denver with the rebound. Now Jokic. So it's the Nuggets taking the W in a close one. David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it. A stunning view of the move. And we've got
Kevin, thank you.
indeed something special, David. Thanks. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Michael Porter's out there with Rivers. And there's JaVale McGee. Then it's Aaron Gordon. And it's Jokic in at the center, locking down the middle. And for Dallas, they've got Richardson. Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. Now here's Rivers. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. Now here's Rivers. Now Jokic over Doncic. Jokic passes to McGee. Misses the layup.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And Michael Porter is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Doncic.
See, the combination of size, mobility, athleticism gives Aaron Gordon the necessary attributes to be an excellent defender.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Now here's Richardson. The pass to Porzingis. Rivers against Richardson. Here's Marjanovic. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
Here's Doncic following the basket by Jokic. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
There's so much to like about Luka Doncic, but perhaps the best thing is he can contribute in every aspect of the game. Scoring, rebounding, passing, you name it.
Now here's Porter. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Porter's got his second basket.
Boy, not a bad beginning. 3 for 4 from the floor. Pretty good start.
Finney-Smith kicks to Doncic. High post try. That one doesn't go. And the Nuggets going the other way. And it's Gordon penetrating. There's the dish to McGee. Porzingis with the steal. Doncic with it. Now guarded by Porter. Marjanovic passes to Richardson. Here's Gordon. Finished off the break.
Well, I love the concentration. Simply stated, when Aaron Gordon is this locked in, he is very difficult to deal with.
Richardson finds Doncic. Porzingis high post. McGee's there. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
Outside Gordon. Pass to Porter. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
You know, he's got to keep improving this aspect of his game, but when Porter's dribbling like this, he becomes unguardable.
Now, here's Doncic. Out to Porzingis. Unloads. And it's off the back rim. No good.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And that one's good. Jokic.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Doncic against Gordon. Back to Doncic. From deep three-point range. That one, no good. Now the Nuggets take it the other way.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
Mavericks trailed by 5. Stolen by Rivers. The putback. The rebound by Marjanovic. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Here's Richardson. Got it. Good job in the low post. We've got 28 seconds left in the first quarter. And here's Rivers. No points in the game yet for him. Marjanovic against Jokic. Count it.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
12 seconds left to play here in the first. Doncic feeling it out. From outside, off the mark. And that does it for the first quarter. Nuggets ahead, leading by 5. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And what stands out to you from the Nuggets in this one?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
Taking a look at the Nuggets, Paul Millsap out there with JaMychal Green. Then there's Bull. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Harrison in at the 2. Powell controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Well, this is a big part of what Dwight Powell needs to do. Battle hard on the offensive glass, turn those second chance opportunities into points.
Morris dishes the Bull. And the dunk by Bull.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Brunson against Morris. And that's a foul called on Bull. That's his first foul. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Brunson up top. Covered by Morris. There's the steal. Right side, Green. It's tipped. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
No good there. Mavericks trail by 5. Here's Powell. Pass to Brunson. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. The baseline J off the mark. Millsap with it. Hardaway picks him up. Here's Harrison. A three-pointer off the mark. For Dallas, they've gone 1 of 3 to start off the second quarter. Powell finds Hardaway. And the dunk by Powell.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring. And Tim Hardaway says, you know what? My teammate's open. I'm going to get him the ball.
And when you watch Hardaway shoot, one thing that stands out, he has a very quick release.
And, Greg, that's what makes the jumper very tough to contest, especially when he's dialing it up from range. You have to stay connected to this guy defensively. It's not easy to do with the other weapons on this team.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Brunson, no good. The Nuggets leading by 5. Millsap attacking. Got a hand on it.
Powell is exceptional at timing for blocks, rises up and sends it back.
Misses the 3. Nuggets have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Here's Bull. It's rebounded by Dallas. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Redick comes in for Maxi Kleber. And Trey Burke subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Hardaway from outside. Green with the rebound. And it's Millsap with the ball for the Nuggets. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Outside Hardaway. Buries it down low.
What a beautiful blend of size and athleticism. Boy, Tim Hardaway Jr. is doing work inside.
Pass to Harrison. Campazzo. Burke covering. And that one's good. Harrison's got the lead up to 5 now for Denver.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here's Powell. That one falls coming off Burke's feet. Powell's got 6 points in the quarter.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Outside Millsap. 51 seconds left in the second quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Knocked away and stolen by Reddick. Ollie Stein in the post. He's against Gordon. He doesn't hit that one. And it's Denver the other way. Here's Harrison. Rebounded by Hardaway. Mavericks trail by 3. Here's Cauley Stein. Burke, the pass to Reddick. Back to Burke. It's stolen by Green. And Trey Burke gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Rivers with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And the pass to Jokic. Shoots over Powell. And again, Denver no good.
What a map.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to a pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. At the end of one, they were able to end. And that should do it.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. One guy who's been getting it done is Michael Porter.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with this mindset. He has been looking to push. The action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Luka Doncic. Then it's Josh Richardson, and it's Finney Smith in at the 3 spot. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with. Here's Porzingis. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Porter kicks to Rivers. Jokic trying to free himself up, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's on Porzingis.
Well, January 15th of 2015 provided a special moment in NBA history. Austin Rivers made his debut for the Clippers guys, who were coached, of course, by Doc Rivers. That was the first time in history a father coached his son in an NBA game. What a special, special time.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Rivers passes to McGee. Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. And you played with the great one in Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think 2 guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the 2 guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it. They pass it. They can shoot it from the free throw line. They give you rim protection. I throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
3 young, dynamic centers. Those are good names. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Pass to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Well, the coaching staff loves seeing this kind of playmaking from Austin Rivers, the willingness to share the basketball.
Pass to Marjanovic. Richardson kicks to Doncic. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Luka Doncic is so clever. This guy able to draw the contact to get himself to the free throw line.
A different look for Dallas. Hardaway's checked in for Marjanovic. Redick comes in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Outside, Porter. Here's Jokic. He's got 12. Ring shot on the way. Another miss by Jokic. The Mavericks trailing. Porzingis with the ball. Now defended by Jokic. No good with the layup. Nuggets have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Up again. The Mavericks pull it in. And there's a minute 45 left in the third quarter of the game. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
Boy, you can see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
What I love is the heart, the fire, the tenacity. This is absolutely fantastic.
Plays a rugged game down low. Jokic's toughness adds character to the identity of this team.
Now, here's Doncic. 9 points in the game so far. Porzingis inside. Jokic defending. Millsaps against Hardaway.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
And that one's good by Porter.
Well, you know, Porter can expect this. Defenses are going to try to be physical with him, try to get in his head.
Here's Brunson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. With the tip, great positioning on the putback.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Now, here's Jokic. 14 points for him. That shot is on. Nice D from Porzingis. And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That's his first foul. A different look for Dallas. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Mike Powell comes in for J.J. Redick. And it's Maxi Kleber in for Doncic. Here's Powell. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for Denver. The lead is 2. It's rebounded by Dallas. Cauley Stein's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Powell dishes to Cauley Stein. And it's sent back by Jokic.
And check out Jokic using not just his length, but also the timing. The offensive player better think twice next time.
Here's Powell. And he hits the buzzer beater.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
And to me, the way you end quarters impacts how you end the game. It can go a long way between a W or an L.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish.
All right, now, keep it going.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. Taking a look at the Nuggets. Aaron Gordon out there with Green. And it's Rivers. Then there's Paul Millsap. Here's Gordon. And he converts the layup. Gordon's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Nuggets.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
And Intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Mike Powell comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Maxi Kleber in for Trey Burke. Green against Kleber. Green kicks the ball. Millsap trying to get open. Bull, that's good. Now it's a 4-point Nugget lead.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Clemson with it. Now Bull defending. Here's Cauley Stein. The shot from the low post is good.
Nice work inside by Cauley Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
Nugget shooting 49% on the game. They'll take that. Morris looking over the floor. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Now, here's Bull. Outside, Green. Shot clock at 5. Pulls up from the corner. Bull can't hit. The Mavericks shooting 43% from the floor. Here's Richardson. Green with the rebound. Denver in the lead. Millsap passes to Bull. Porzingis with the block.
Porzingis so fast off the floor when he challenges a shot. Helps him get a lot of blocks like that one. Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Finney-Smith kicks to Richardson. Over Rivers. And foul on the shot. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Dallas. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, well, Mike Malone talked to his team during that last timeout. He said, this is what we play for, fellas. Let's knock them on their heels right out of the timeout. Show them how much you want it. Go get it. He really is fired up about this game.
Thank you, David. Here's Doncic, and it's blocked by Gordon.
How about the timing of Aaron Gordon? This guy has got the ability to rise up and send it back.
Jokic with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Gordon's running. Can't get it to fall. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. On the wing, Doncic. Right wing. Clock at 6. Cauley-Stein dishes to Doncic to take the lead. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Trying to end the drought. Here's Porter. So the wing on the left. Second shot opportunity. And it's Jokic missing.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. We went over and back. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Here's Doncic. Oh, and they take the lead.
He has been taking and making big shots for a long time. Look at Doncic with the delivery.
Nuggets trail. Now here's Rivers. side. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Boy, not on the same page there. And in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
Hardaway's checked in for the Mavericks. Gordon against Doncic. Left side, Porzingis. It's in!
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Now here's Rivers. Here's McGee. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. The coach's challenge has been issued. First game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Doncic relishes the opportunity to deliver in big moments, and my goodness, embrace the spotlight, young man.
Now here's Gordon. And they get it. Yes!
Well, this game separates the men from the boys. Aaron Gordon, big-time delivery.
"11 seconds left in the fourth. Right side, Porzingis. Deep. Off on that one. So it's a narrow victory for the Mavericks, pulling out the W. It was up for grabs right until the... A stunning view of the moon. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome. But it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
They're missing a quality player. Injuries a big part of the game. They just got to make the adjustments.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Patrick Patterson is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's Batum in at the 3. And for the Mavericks, they've got Porzingis, Josh Richardson out there with Doncic. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein, and it's Finney Smith in at small forward. In the backcourt matchup tonight, Brent, definitely high-powered at the point guard position in particular. Much more scoring expected than in decades past.
Well, I think guys have the green light, Kevin, to fire away at the first available opportunity. The offense isn't taught the same way with orchestrators at the point guard position. Now guys are looking to be overly aggressive with their scoring prowess and to try to make plays sometimes feel secondary. At 7-3, Porzingis with no trouble seeing over the defense. Excellent pass and a very unselfish play.
George looking over the floor. No good. Shot missing. Nice tee from Doncic. Pushing it up. Here's Cauley-Stein, and Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Cauley-Stein, a big that can run the floor, so he can be a weapon in the fast break game.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Chalk up 2 there.
His first make, and, you know, maybe that will get him going.
The Mavericks have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Beverly against Doncic. This is to CLA Stein. Second chance shot. It's deflected.
Can't be lazy around Patrick Beverly. He's going to get you down low with hands. That time, he blocks a shot.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Now, here's Beverly. Passes it to Patterson. Clippers moving the ball around. Back to George. 6 to shoot. It's hauled in by Richardson.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
And now the fast break. George with the ball. That doesn't go either for George. Mavericks leading by 6. Up the floor. Here's Richardson, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Josh Richardson continuing to develop his overall game, has such good height at the 2-guard spot.
It's his first trip to the line.
And I like what he did at the line a season ago. How about 81%?
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played. Rondo with the ball. He's picked up by Doncic. To the paint. It's intercepted. And here we go. Richardson heading to the hoop. And the shot goes in. Richardson's got 6.
Hey, guys, you'd have to say this run really triggered by their transition offense.
Leonard against Kleber. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Porzingis.
With those long arms and with the high release point, Leonard is practically daring you to foul him.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Dwight Powell's checked in for Porzingis. Marjanovic comes in for Maxi Kleber. Trey Burks checked in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for the Clippers. And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That's his first foul. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Powell against Cousins. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Great to see Cousins get after it on defense there. He has the size and skill needed to be a lockdown defender, especially on the interior.
And Leonard gets it to go.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here's Burke. Here's Powell. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Rondo passes to Leonard. Kennard on the wing. Outside Rondo. Leonard on the wing. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Leonard's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, being aggressive in the painted area, you love the attacking element that Kawhi Leonard brings to the game.
Now Brunson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Burke kicks to Brunson. Pass to Hardaway. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Batum passes to Cousins. Kicks it out to Leonard. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Leonard's got 8 points.
Well, this is where Cousins' size helps him to have a passing window to find open teammates.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Cauley Stein. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then there's J.J. Redick, and it's Powell in at the center position. So that's who Dallas starts the second with.
You wonder what the next step is, and for Willie Cauley-Stein, what he's done in the offseason to improve himself offensively. Maybe a few more things in the footwork category will help him out.
Now here's Leonard. Pass to Kennard. No good on the three.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Cauley-Stein. Great D that time from Leonard.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Zubac trying to break loose. Cauley-Stein with the defensive effort. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Throws it up high. A steal. Leonard with the ball. Out defended by Cauley-Stein. The 9-foot shot. Here's Zubac. Morris finds Leonard. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Mavericks leading by 6. Here's Hardaway. Finished off the break.
That's a hard-nosed play from Hardaway, absorbing contact and not taking no for an answer.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 0-4 in the second quarter. Obviously, that needs to change. And there's the pass to Leonard. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And again, no good by the Clippers. Powell inside. Zubac defending. And Cauley-Stein throws it down. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. Fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Mavericks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Porzingis, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Doncic comes in for Hardaway. And it's Richardson in for J.J. Redick. The Clippers also making some changes. Mann's checked in. And it's George in for Luke Kennard. Now here's Beverly. No points in the game yet for him. Richardson against George. That shot missing. Good work defensively by Richardson. Dallas leading by 10. Here's Cauley-Stein. And yes, it's good. Cauley-Stein's got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, a 7-footer that has a bit of moxie. Willie Cauley-Stein loves to play rough down low.
Now here's Zubac. Passes it to Morris. Now George. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, I think you got to be cautious when you guard Paul George. He's not afraid of the contact, and that time welcomed it.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Cauley-Stein. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Now here's Richardson. He has 6. To the inside. It's picked off. And now the fast break. George with the ball. And that one's good. Beverly.
Yeah, we love when great offensive players get in a scoring rhythm, but Paul George right now in a great passing rhythm tonight.
Pass to Finney-Smith. Back to Doncic. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Just a much smaller defender on him. He does the exact thing at the right moment. Goes straight to the rim.
George dishes to Morris. And 1:01 left to play here in the second quarter. Outside for George. 5 on the clock. Pass to Mann. Fires for 3. Kleber with the rebound.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead. A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Los Angeles. Now, here's Doncic. Porzingis passes to Kleber, and stolen by Cousins. Here's George. Good work there as it goes. George has got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, Paul George can get very shifty even with that kind of frame, and he fights his way through the contact.
Doncic passes to Kleber. Down low. And that one is good. Kleber's got his first 2 points.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
Richardson against George. And it's Paul George with the finish.
Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
Here's Finney-Smith. And no good on the last second attempt this time. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, the first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. They had a 4-point advantage at the end of the... And...
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. It's been one outstanding game from Willie Cauley-Stein.
Yeah, and I don't know if anybody saw this offense coming from him, but it's been key for his team.
Yeah, and I'm not sure coming into this game he felt like he could dominate in the way he's doing so now. Been phenomenal.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. We've got Kawhi Leonard, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Patterson in at the power forward. And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the Mobile One block.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
Out.
Well, kind of fun when you see his personality come out in his game like that.
Here's Burke. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Richardson outside. Trying to find Burke. Gets it to him. Plays it up and banks it in.
Coaching staff would like some more shots from that range.
George with the ball. 8 points for him. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Yeah, you could be as physical as you want with Kawhi Leonard. He just stays with it and is unshaken.
Richardson against George. Burke kicks to Cauley-Stein. Shoots over Patterson. Cauley-Stein's shot is good. Cauley-Stein's got 12.
Cauley-Stein shooting with confidence that close around the rim.
Clippers trail by 8. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Beverley dishes to Leonard. That shot no good. And it's Dallas the other way. They've held a 12-point lead early.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, the thing is they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out. That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there. And after burying 3 straight shot opportunities, finally a miss there. Still feeling the momentum, though.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
Redick with the three. Rebound by the Clippers. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Porzingis, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Porzingis has got his second basket of the game.
Porzingis not thinking twice, saw the gap, got in there, and scored.
The drive by Jackson and the dunk by Jackson.
And your point guard's got to be the catalyst. Great job getting to the 10.
Well, Greg, he knows when they need a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
Now here is Hardaway. And here is Cleveland. Back to Hardaway. Lets it go with the three. It's rebounded by Leonard. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 8-point game. And that one's good. Leonard. Mavericks have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Leonard with the steal. And here's the break. Here's Jackson. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And now it's just a 4-point Maverick lead.
Well, when you get into a system, your first system in the league where you share the ball, Kawhi Leonard keeping his head up and finding the open man.
Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Redick passes to Porzingis. Inside, Brunson. And he lays it straight in. And the Mavericks lead by 6.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Now Leonard. He's got 20. Good again. He's on tonight. 9 for 13 shooting.
And I tell you what, they're doing their best to cut down the lead with some smart offense here in the second half. Shot selection much improved since the break.
Hardaway passes to Porzingis. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. From down low. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. No good on that one. The third quarter comes to a close. Mavericks lead by 4. And we'll get going. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Now the passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. They've got Marjanovic. Trey Burke is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Powell in at the 5 down low. It's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. And George, here we go. Yep, that one goes in there.
George is not settling for low percentage plays right now. He's putting the defense in a really tough position.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason, I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Zinkis, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Hardaway. Richardson, he's checked in for Burke. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Outside, George. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. And 12 points for Paul George.
Think back to when Paul George entered the league in the 2010-11 season for the Indiana Pacers. A skinny kid. Not so much anymore.
Doncic kicks to Richardson. Count it, and the folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able now. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Tyronn Lue as he talked with the team. He told them, you can do a lot of great things out there and still lose if you don't take care of the boards. I want to see more effort. Gang rebounding, everyone involved. That was his only focus. Kevin?
So, for the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Marcus Morris, and it's Leonard in for Reggie Jackson. Clippers trail by 5. Now, here's George. Makes it off the glass.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Finney Smith passes to Porzingis. Nice D from Cousins. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession. For Los Angeles, they've gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Here's Beverly. It's George on the wing. Shot clock at 6. And it's George finishing it off.
So good, so experienced. Paul George can convert the toughest of buckets.
Richardson with it. There's the pass to Porzingis. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
Well, he's so dangerous, and he's also efficient with his offensive game. Leonard right now having a tremendous offensive night.
Here's Doncic. Right side Porzingis. And good. Got the friendly back. Off the right side of the rim. And the Mavericks lead by 1.
Porzingis wanting it and gets it.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And George kicks to Leonard. Another shot outside. George. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. And he could not get that one to go. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. Have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Batum's checked in. The drive by Doncic. And Porzingis gets it to go on the assist by Doncic. Porzingis has got 4 this quarter.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Leonard draws the double. On the wing, Batum. Zubac finds Leonard. And it's Finney Smith with the rebound. The Mavericks have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth, though. Pretty nice efficiency there. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. Marcus Morris is checked in for Nicholas Batum.
Shaking his head moment there. Had a chance to put them out in front, but at least they're tied up.
They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
Clippers have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. George passes to Leonard. He dishes it to Morris. Takes it out to Leonard. He's off on that one, and it's Dallas the other way. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. This could be a turning point.
Critical possession right here.
Here's Doncic. Got it!
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
And George kicks to Leonard. Passes it to Beverly. Here's George. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Well, your best players want to take on the burden come clutch time, and Paul George carrying the weight right now. And I want to think twice before sending him to the line again. He gets locked in when the game gets close.
Doncic against Beverly. Missed. They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game out.
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
Beverly just motivated every night to get out here, to play, to compete. He hustles and wants to make it really tough on anybody that's on the opposing side of things.
A 3 and nothing but a 3 will do here.
Nah, this is all from the perimeter and outside the arc here.
So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it. bronze likeness of Lakers. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. JaVale McGee is out there with Gordon, and it's Nikola Jokic, and it's Rivers, and it's Porter in at the 2-guard spot. And for the Clippers, they've got Ivica Zubac, Patrick Beverley out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Batum, and it's Patterson in at the 4 spot. Now, here's Jokic. Back to Rivers. Pass to Jokic. Can't hit that one. The Clippers go the other way with it. Here's Leonard. And there it is for him. And the teams we're seeing tonight, Steve, they have very deep rotation.
And Kevin, when you can go maybe 10 deep, it keeps your locker room happy. It also protects your team against injuries sinking a season.
Outside, Batum kicks it out to Leonard. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Gordon with the defensive effort. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but to be just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Give him any kind of opening, and Kawhi Leonard will make you pay at the rack.
Here's Rivers. The Clippers getting the bucket. Jokic high post. Looking for McGee. He gets it there. And the slam dunk by McGee.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Now here's Leonard. Does not score with that shot. It's his second miss against 2 made shots. Here's Gordon. That shot, no good.
That's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start.
And finished off by Leonard.
Driving with a purpose. Leonard shakes off the hit, maintains focus, count it.
Pass to Jokic. Jokic draws the double. Got a piece of it. McGee finds Rivers. 6 on the shot clock. Gordon the pass to Jokic. Lets it fly from 18. Nothing that time. He's 0 for 2.
They are out of rhythm. 1 for 5 so far. You just need to calm down and reward your matchups.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And it's the Nuggets with the ball after the basket by Los Angeles. Jokic inside. Patterson defending. Jokic, no good. Leonard, no luck. The Nuggets trail by 6. And it's Jokic missing.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
The shot's good. Leonard's got 10 points in the game.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. Porter kicks to Rivers. To the middle. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Gordon with it. And Batum picks him up defensively. A nice shot by Rivers.
Can't be that easy for him. Got to body him up down low.
And you have other methods as well. You can deny or you can just front the post.
A 3 from Leonard. They grab their own miss.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Here's Rivers following the basket by Nicholas Batum.
One of Rivers' pet moves, the dribble drive. He has the size and length to do damage off of it.
Beverly dishes to Leonard. The shot that time, not on target. Good defense by Jokic.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
It took him a while, but he finally gets one to fall.
Now here's Beverly. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Outside Leonard. Over Gordon. And it's Leonard again missing.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Count it. Good. And here's Leonard. He's got 10. Just 3 on the clock. And it's sent back by Jokic. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the LA Clippers. He got into double. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. Guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
They came in looking to attack from the get-go, willing to be physical and setting the tone.
Marcus Morris is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Paul George. And there's Jackson. And it's Mann in at the 3. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. And the shot goes in.
If you thought that was an easy score for DeMarcus, you're right. He has endless moves to work with in the painted area.
Here's Harrison. Morris outside. Here's Bowl. Back to Morris. 5 to shoot. And it's sent back by Morris.
And a rare block shot from Morris. Anticipates the move and just times it out perfectly.
Hard to create space in that mid-range area.
Hold on!
Kevin, you got to buckle up on that one. Letting it all hang out when George takes flight. Just enjoy the show.
Jackson against Morris. Paul George with the steal. And now the fast break. George with the ball. It's good. George has got the lead up to 8 now for the Clippers.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second. And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injuries slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
Jackson passes to George. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Here's Morris. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
Now, here is George. He started close. Here's Cousins. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
Brute strength of Cousins. Defenders draped all over him, and he simply brushes them off.
Morris against Jackson. And Morris throws it down.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
George with the ball. He's picked up by Millsap. Here's Cousins. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Cousins has got 6 points in the quarter.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Green up on top. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Floats it up for Millsap. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Morris. And Morris throws it down.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man.
The pass to Bowl. Banked in off the glass.
Allowing any room to operate, you know he's going to be aggressive.
Los Angeles leading by 8. Jackson up top, covered by Morris. George dishes to Morris. Cousins trying to free himself up. Morris with the bucket.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
And Morris has got the ball here for Denver. Passes to Harrison. Outside Millsap. No good that time. George with the defensive effort for Los Angeles. They've gotten on a roll and just kept going here in the second quarter. 8 of 8. Wow. No good from Cousins. The Nuggets trail by 10. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Morris passes to Green. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
You know, JaMychal Green is extremely gifted down low. A solid post threat who can get the job done down there.
And JaMychal Green picks up the foul. That's his first foul. There's 18 seconds left to play in the first half. Rivers against Rondo. Out to Morris. Over Gordon. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball. Follow
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. At one stretch in the opening period,
and we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. The difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed. But it's always existed. And the reality is this. You become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. Aaron Gordon out there with JaVale McGee. Then there's Austin Rivers. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Porter at shooting guard.
I mean, wonderful court vision. Sometimes Rivers gets locked in to finding his own shot. This time, finds the open man.
Beverly. McGee with the block. Leonard with the steal. So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
And as fans and broadcasters, we're not permitted to hear the specifics in these huddles.
No, we're left to infer from the adjustments we see on the floor.
Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Los Angeles. Now Beverly. He kicks to Batum. Back to Beverly. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. And a lot of contact on that one. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Batum against Porter. Porter with the steal. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
It's a scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Pass to McGee. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Denver shooting their first free throws of the game.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
He doesn't get the second one. Clippers leading by 7. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Denver making a switch here. Millsap's checked in. Pass to Patterson. Leonard looking over the floor. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Leonard's got 12.
One of the more physical wings in the league. Kawhi gets smacked there, but not to be denied.
The Nuggets trail by 9. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. To the right side. Jokic inside. Leonard's there. Stolen by Beverly. And now Batum pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And he gets it to go. And it's an 11-point Clipper lead.
Every organization needs team-first guys like Patrick Beverly. That's a terrific pass.
And Smitty, you know what Pat Beverly is going to bring every night. A fearless, ferocious, at times almost sociopathic level of intensity. And this guy just does not take a possession off.
You know, he's one of those guys I would have to question even playing with him. He plays so hard. I know I hate playing against him.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Rondo against Morris. The shot by George, wide open. And it's good off the back rim and in. 8 points for him.
A reliable jump shooter. Paul George's accuracy only goes up when he catches in rhythm.
Shot by Gordon, wide open. Hits the three-point bomb.
Defensively, you have to tighten up on him or suffer the consequences.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. The drive by Cousins, and Cousins throws it down.
It doesn't matter that Cousins plays with that much weight. The quick first step is a great equalizer.
Jokic passes to Morris. Floats it up for Jokic. Great communication on the alley-oop.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run. Rondo with the ball. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And there's the pass to Kennard. Back to Rondo. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 10.
With a high basketball IQ and improving playmaking abilities, Luke's growing as a distributor.
Morris passes to Jokic. He gets that one.
A much different player here in the second half. He's taken advantage of what the defense allows.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Morris against Rondo. High post Cousins. Passes it to George. Shot clock at 6. Lays it up off the glass. George has got 10 points in the game.
So comfortable in pick and roll. Paul George is a top-level ball handler who consistently makes the right play.
The putback, and so it's Los Angeles. Holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're playing a bruising game in. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. We've got Marcus Morris. Also DeMarcus Cousins out there. Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. And it's man in at the 2 spot. George. And no good. But close on that one, so he'll shoot 2.
In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Leonard's checked in.
I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
Here's McGee. The shot missing. Good work defensively by Morris.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles.
doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
Three-pointer. Millsap grabs the miss. The Nuggets trail by 10. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The fast break chance.
The foot speed of Jermichael quickly changes ends, able to convert these plays with ease.
And now we've got the intentional foul. Zubac is checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. Big group substitution here for Denver. Jokic, he's checked in for Millsap. Gordon comes in for Jermichael Green. Porter's checked in for Harrison. And it's Rivers in for Monte Morris. Outside, George. Kicks it to Morris. And the Clippers miss again. The Nuggets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. And then Gordon with the dunk.
An extremely well-conditioned athlete. Gordon is an effective option on fast breaks.
Now here's Leonard. And it's blocked by Gordon. Leonard with the steal. And the Clippers call time here. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle. He told them this is a game of runs. It's a game of momentum. We may have the lead now, but I'm telling you guys, it can evaporate in a hurry. Let's close this thing out. Kevin?
McGee with the block. And now the Nuggets, fast break. Rivers has got the ball, and now they decide to foul intentionally. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it.
For the second half, they haven't taken care of the basketball. Simply put, more turnovers now that could hurt them later.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Jackson looking it over. Zubac finds George. Back to Zubac. Pass to George. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. The Nuggets trail by 6. And here's Rivers. Pass to Jokic. From 20 feet out, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Jokic has got 10 points in just the second half. Outside, George. Misses, and the dry spell continues. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Los Angeles. Patrick Beverly comes in for George. Rivers kicks to Porter. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Shot clock at 5. Oh, good on the triple. And so Cousins will bring it up for the Clippers. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Cousins.
And right there you see an underrated aspect to Cousins' game. Terrific instincts, senses the open man.
Rivers against Jackson. The pass to Gordon. Now here's Jokic. He's tightly guarded. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway. The coach's challenge has been issued. It's being like this, out of the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving. and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double-checking, and the game continues on.
Here's Leonard. Yes!
Knowing the situation, Kawhi willing and able to take control. Big bucket.
Rivers passes to Porter. Back to Rivers. Lots of room. Keeps it alive. It's rebounded by Leonard. A chance here to possibly put it out of reach.
This is when you really need to maintain your focus.
George passes to Leonard. Leonard draws the double. Back to George. And it's George finishing it off.
It's one of those nights where George's number has been called time after time.
Here's Jokic. Shoots over Zubac. The Nuggets with another miss. And there's the call on Austin Rivers. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. Fourth team foul.
7 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Now George. And so Los Angeles takes the win. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. For our
And Kevin, you're going to see a lot of ball movement and body movement, and you can't just stand around and watch one guy go to work. I think that puts so much pressure on the defense with how the game is played.
And an emphasis on coaching, too.
Yes.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Hardaway is out there with Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. And for Denver, we've got Gordon. Jokic is out there with JaVale McGee. Then there's Austin Rivers. And it's Porter in at the shooting guard. And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. Now, here's Jokic over Porzingis. It's hauled in by Richardson.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Pulls from the top of the key. Denver grabs the miss.
A self-described country boy from the town of Sombor, Serbia. Jokic grew up racing horses, no less.
Boy, those are some nice factoids, Greg. Well done. From stable boy and jockey, but as he grew, basketball made the most sense. And to this day, he still loves horses and actually still has a few back in Serbia.
Porzingis on the follow.
You know, fellas, I like the aggressiveness Porzingis is showing on the glass. I mean, getting good positioning and using that big body when shots go up. That's why he's boarding it well.
Now here's Rivers. Pass to Gordon. No good with the triple.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide open look in space there.
Richardson, good.
Boy, I love the size Richardson gives you in the backcourt. And also the shooting.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
That one goes in.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Woo, man, this thing was turning into a soccer game. A lot of action and not many points.
Here's Richardson after Austin Rivers scores. Shoots over McGee, and another basket for Dallas.
You can see why his coaches want Richardson taking these kinds of shots. The results speak volumes.
To the inside, Porzingis with the steal. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. And it's in there. Richardson's got 7.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The Nuggets trail by 9. Rivers passes to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
At his size, Jokic a threat to throw it down, showing you how dominant he can be inside.
Richardson against Porter. Now here's Richardson. Not a lot of room. McGee with the block.
Boy, and the wingspan McGee has covers a lot of ground. Very useful for shot blocking.
And great hustle to turn that block shot into a fast break opportunity. Big time play on both ends.
Here's Hardaway. Following the score by Aaron Gordon. Over Rivers. Hardaway, no good. Nuggets have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Porter kicks to McGee. To the paint, and stolen by Richardson. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. Takes a 3. Dallas again missing. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Denver Nuggets. It's a 5-point game. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. There's Harrison. And another miss by Denver. 51 seconds left to play in the first quarter. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Off target from outside. The Nuggets shooting to start out this game about 43%. And it's Gordon missing.
You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done.
Basket counts.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
27 seconds left in the first quarter. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Brunson scanning the floor. It's Redick on the wing. There's the 3. Paul Millsap with the rebound. Here's Harrison. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assist.
I think his unselfish attitude is really a big part of what makes Millsap a leader on the court, and the ability to make some dynamic passes doesn't hurt either.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. It's Dallas up by 3. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Mavericks.
Tell you what, guys, they're showing us a lot of energy early on and racking up those fast break points.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
On the court for the Mavericks, Jalen Brunson out there with J.J. Redick. Then there's Cauley Stein. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Doncic in at the 3, the small forward. From outside the arc, Porter pulls it in. The Nuggets trail by 3.
And guys, if there's an X factor for this Nuggets team moving forward, it might be the young man, Michael Porter Jr. Talk about his potential. It could be as high as anybody on that roster.
Yeah, I concur with you there, Greg. I mean, you look at this kid, he's got a great shooting touch and really good scoring instincts that you don't see very often. Extremely gifted. They brought him along slowly, which is the wise thing to do. And if he can come on and realize his potential, he could take him to another level for sure.
This is his first free throw of the game. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of
good one. Yes.
Reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018? But he's showing to be an established young talent in this league. And there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
Morris with the bucket. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Redick surveying the D. Dishes it to Doncic. Millsap against Marjanovic. Pass to Redick. Just 5 to shoot. He can't get that one. And the Nuggets going the other way. Here's Bull. The 8-footer. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Down low. Trying to get open is Marjanovic. That's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. The 3 for Doncic. Another 3 for Dallas.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Here's Harrison. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3. Dallas leading by 4. Outside, Redick. Millsap with the steal. Unhindered, going all the way. Bull can't hit. Marjanovic against Millsap. The offensive rebound. Redick passes to Marjanovic. And he banks in the layup. And the Mavericks lead by 6.
How about that? Redick showing the same kind of accuracy on that pass as he has on his three-point shots, which is quite remarkable. That's how you drop a dime, though.
Here's Morris. Bull kicks to Morris. The dish to Green. Lock at 6. From deep three-point range. The rebound by Marjanovic. And here's Redick. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. Cauley Stein passes to Marjanovic. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. JaVale McGee's checked in for Bull. Gordon comes in for JaMychal Green, and it's Austin Rivers in for Monte Morris. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Zingas, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Maxi Kleber comes in for Cauley Stein. Richardson, he's checked in for Jalen Brunson. And Trey Burke subbed in for J.J. Redick. Jokic, he's checked in for Denver. Michael Porter comes in for Harrison. Dallas also making some changes. Dwight Powell's checked in for Maxi Kleber. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Luka Doncic.
And no doubt last season was a bit of a step backwards for Aaron Gordon. After that breakout 2019 season, his numbers just didn't hold up.
And, you know, Greg, the issue was his shooting. You know, Gordon had a tough time from distance, especially from three-point range. Some of that is maybe mechanics, but also shot selection a part of it. And I also thought he was a little more passive with the ball, maybe a little more indecisive. But, again, he's a young player, really young player, so I'm thinking it was probably just an off year for him, and he'll bounce back in good fashion.
The Nuggets trail by 5. And McGee kicks to Rivers. Jokic with it. Pass to Porter. Back to Jokic. Just his first attempt. A second chance effort. McGee, the pass to Jokic. Hits the jumper in space.
Jokic is really good in these pick and pop situations. He loves them, and he executes them very well.
And here's Richardson. Goes up on the high post. And that one hits back iron.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when...
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. The period came to a close with them holding a... And that's...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. We've seen Josh Richardson really having a great game.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Well, I thought it was a great defensive performance for him so far. He's aware, he's alive, he's alert, quick to react to everything that's going on around him. Can't do it much better than that.
JaVale McGee is out there with Jokic. Then there's Gordon. Then it's Porter. And it's Rivers in at the 1. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half.
Persistence pays, and Jokic not giving up on the play, doing a nice job pursuing the basketball there.
Doncic outside. From deep. Rebound by the Nuggets. It's Rivers on the wing. The pass to Porter. Here's Jokic. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. The Mavericks leading. Kleba with it. And it's Gordon picking him up. Here's Richardson. And it's blocked by Gordon.
At the defensive end, Gordon is very accomplished. I mean, he gets off the ground quickly and is an excellent shot blocker as a result.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Boy, nice way to punctuate that possession.
And he gets the whistle. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And here's Richardson outside.
He's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low percentage jump there.
Jokic finds Rivers. Back to Jokic. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Over Richardson. The second effort. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Cauley Stein comes in for Maxi Kleba. Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for Josh Richardson. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Denver making a switch here. Green's checked in. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
And he's all over that shot. Has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
Harrison kicks to Gordon. Doncic with the steal. Fast break, Dallas. Here's Marjanovic. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The Mavericks shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
The Nuggets leading by 4. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Outside, Green. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Harrison. It's good. Harrison's got the lead up to 6 now for Denver.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Marjanovic, no good.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Morris passes to Green. For the 3, sinks the three-pointer. And now a 9-point Nugget lead.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
And Hardaway gets it to go.
Tip your hat to Hardaway Jr. there, guys. I mean, even in the face of aggressive defense, he stays focused and delivers.
Now Morris inside. Millsap. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. And the Nuggets lead by 9.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
Porzingis finds Kleba. A three-pointer is right on target. Kleba's got 5 points so far.
Excellent court awareness from the big man there. Porzingis proven to be a reliable passer.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Green taking his time here. Back to Morris. He dishes it to Green. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Green's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Here's Kleba over Millsap. Misses off the right iron. No good there. And so it's the Denver Nuggets in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the court for the Mavericks, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Josh Richardson out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. And it's the Nuggets with the ball. Outside, Porter. Fires the 3. Knocks down the 3-ball. Porter's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
I tell you what, any team will take that. I mean, if you're shooting over 50%, it means you're getting the kind of looks you want on offense, and you're being smart about it, and you're knocking down the good shots that you get.
And McGee kicks to Rivers. And it's off from three-point range. Porzingis inside. He's guarded by Rivers. And the shot is good. The Denver lead has been cut down to 7 on the bucket from Porzingis. Rivers looking over the floor. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Misses the 3. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. And here we go. Richardson heading to the hoop.
Richardson getting points in transition. Easy buckets thanks to his hustle after the steal. Well, that's how you take advantage of the turnover.
Up top, Rivers. Guarded by Doncic. McGee, the pass to Rivers. Jokic on top of the key. They get the rebound. And McGee kicks to Porter. Denver passing it around. Over Richardson. Porter, no luck. Mavericks trailed by 5. Guys, a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys? And they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
And all of a sudden, that great run makes this a ball game again. And now is no time to take your foot off the gas. They have got to stay aggressive.
I think they will. I mean, they're close enough to taste it. So they're going to keep that pressure on and keep coming at them.
And an intentional foul right there. Ball, he's checked in for Denver. Shaquille Harris comes in for Michael Porter. Dallas also making some changes. Dwight Powell's checked in for Cauley Stein. Burke comes in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Denver calls timeout. And at this point of the game, getting a break here, important for the teams to regroup. And for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. Get ready to play strong to finish off the game. And the Nuggets with some changes. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Harrison. And Monte Morris subbed in for Austin Rivers. Then for the Mavericks, Marjanovic comes in for Jalen Brunson. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Trey Burke. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Mike Malone had some words for his team during the break. With this game still up for grabs, he told his team, hey, we're in position to take this one, guys. Let's stay focused and stay together, and we'll get it done. Let's see how it plays out, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. That's going to be over and back, not watching for the line that time.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Here's Doncic. It's good, and they get the go-ahead bucket. And the Mavericks lead by 1.
Luka does not back away from the big stage, guys. This young fella loves to be center stage in the biggest moments.
Here's Jokic. Porzingis with the block. They get it back, and that one drops. Dallas with the ball. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. Hardaway passes to Doncic. It's Powell on the wing. Pass to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Knowing his team needs a hoop, Porzingis says, I'll get it done.
And Morris has got the ball here for the Nuggets. We've got 1:18 left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Jokic. Up again. It's good on the putback.
Showing he can step up when the team needs him. Ball there with a big basket.
Doncic passes to Powell. Porzingis inside. He's against Jokic. It counts.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Doncic against Morris. Pass to Jokic. It's in!
Boy, he is an all-star level talent for sure. Jokic, a safe bet in the clutch.
Doncic against Green. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
No fear or hesitation in the eyes of Doncic. He loves the chance to take and make these big ones.
And the Nuggets with some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for Bol. Porter comes in for JaMychal Green, and it's Austin Rivers in for Monte Morris. Dallas also making some changes. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Dwight Powell, and it's Richardson in for Hardaway. Here's Jokic. Count it! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
Jokic fully capable of knocking down the mid-range jumper. Tremendous confidence from here. You got to D him up better than that.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. Misses from close range. Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Josh Richardson.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. The three for Doncic. Oh, and he had a chance to win it right there, but couldn't get it to fall. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. And we'll be back right after this. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ballgame. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. Tip-off goes to Denver. And so they have the first opportunity on offense right here as we begin overtime. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Taking a look at the Nuggets, they've got Nikola Jokic. Gordon out there with JaVale McGee. And it's Rivers, and it's Porter in at the 2. Doncic feeling it out. The shot passes it to Porzingis. And it's no good. Third time he's missed in 9 shot attempts. Porter in the corner. Rivers kicks to Gordon. Back to Rivers. 6 to shoot. Jokic inside. Headed by Porzingis. And Jokic with the basket on the assist by Rivers.
When it's an important possession, Jokic steps up big.
And here's Doncic from the arc. And the pass to Kleba. Now Porzingis over Jokic. That one wide left. 1:43 left in the first overtime. Wide open look. And there's another one for the Nuggets.
Boy, you got to like how locked in Jokic is on offense now. His confidence is sky high, and he believes he can score on anybody, anytime.
And here's Doncic from the arc. From beyond the arc, and then some.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
A little over a minute and a half gone now here in overtime. And that's an intentional foul. And the Mavericks with some changes. Marjanovic checked in for Maxi Kleba. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Doncic. Outside Porter. Back to Rivers. Jokic inside. He's against Porzingis. And it's Jokic missing.
Wow, I'm surprised. I thought that was definitely automatic.
Over to the left wing. To the paint. Here's Marjanovic. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
Had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
I agree. I mean, you would have been better off using it on the floor and not on the shot. But the foul had to come either way, so it is what it is.
It's the first that brings them within 2. He's perfect from the line this time. And it's the Nuggets with the ball. Now here's Rivers to the middle. Here's Jokic. It falls.
Tough shot that time by Jokic, finishing through contact. Great display of power and strength.
Here's Finney-Smith, defended by Gordon. Here's Marjanovic. Porzingis trying to get free. Good! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1. A big-time possession here.
Yeah, and their hearts must be going 100 miles an hour right now.
Right side, Porter. Gordon finds Porter. Denver passing it around. Jokic against Marjanovic. McGee back to Jokic. The putback.
Boy, for a 7-footer, he's got really good bounce, does JaVale McGee, and doing a nice job working on the glass there.
And no secret here, guys. They've got to get a 3 if we're going to get yet another overtime.
Hardaway for three. No good. So it's the Nuggets taking the W in a close one. All right, David, good job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it.